No, you smell like sausage.
What do you mean I smell like sausage? Nobody smell like sausage.
Oh, Chucky, no!
Yeah.
I feel like the tingly feeling in my ear.
Oh my god, I want to throw up.
And Hola Mi Gente, we're back again on another episode of
Raices NYC. And on this episode, we have
Maria.
aka Lágrimas.
Lágrimas, yeah.
Lágrimas. Why that nickname? Because like when I hear it, I always remember of like my high school friend because her tag used to be Tears, La Tears. So then I'm like, I always associate it back to my high school days and my friends. But why that name?
Why were they named Latiers?
Oh, there was like one moment in like high school where she like cried, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and then nomás se le quedó así like, oh, La
Okay.
Tears.
they're gonna play same.
No, actually, kind of. Yeah, because so basically, I started going to therapy when I was like 16, 17, and my dad kind of like raised me to like not cry, not show emotion. Yeah, and so the therapy. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And so my therapist was like, wow, you're really sensitive. And I was like, how fucking dare you say that? Because I would cry every single session. And then after, I guess that breakthrough, like I started just crying and crying and crying. And I would be so embarrassed because people were like, go to the bathroom, go hide, do something, And so then eventually I was just like, you know what? I cry a lot. I am sensitive. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, And so I just named myself Lágrimas. Yeah.
What age were you when you like chose that for yourself?
So first I had the English version as my Instagram handle, which was Flower Tears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I want to change my name because I don't like that. And
Back
then,
to my roots.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, what's the handle? Flower Tears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I don't know why. And so someone suggested I should do the Spanish version, which is Lágrimas de Flores.
It sounds so much prettier.
Exactly. And it's like, you know what? I don't even know why I chose the English version because my last name is Flores. So I was like, yeah, so it was like, maybe I'm trying to hide something,
Assimilate.
And so I think that suggestion was maybe 2020 or 2021.
Wow, like damn, you're hitting it right off the bat. Like we're going in deep. It was only up until like 2 or last year where like I started to like be more open with myself where it's like, okay, it's okay to cry. Like even when I like cry in front of my parents, like I hated it. But now I'm like, all right, it's okay. Like, there are moments where it's okay to cry. Like even like watching sad movies, I would hate to cry. I'm like, oh, like I'm like como que me trago las lágrimas.
Yes.
And I was like, oh fuck. But yeah, like damn. So
I know.
you went deep on
I cry all the time.
Right. I'm like,
Nah, yeah, I just learned now it's just better to just let it out than just hold it in.
exactly.
I get sick that way too.
Yeah. It just because before I would just hold it in, or like even if I was mad or anything, I'd usually just stay quiet and like I don't say nothing,
Yeah.
or I get bratty.
It's cathartic.
Yeah,
It's like necessary to express or like take out those emotions
Mm-hmm.
physically, not only emotionally.
Yeah.
No, tell us a bit more about yourself too.
Yeah.
You're known as Lágrimas,
Yes.
but what is it that you do too? What is it that people know you for?
Mainly art. I would say people know me mainly as like a multidisciplinary artist. So like I do different mediums, but I'm trying to move into interdisciplinary and also specifically talk about alcoholism, mental health, family dynamics, in the context of Mexican American households. Because I used to do a lot of paintings and pieces that kind of honored like my Mexican heritage, but I want to like challenge it a little more,
go deeper.
Yeah, exactly.
You said multidisciplinary to interdisciplinary. What's the difference?
So multidisciplinary is that you can work with different mediums, and interdisciplinary you use the different mediums and you mix them together. So like for example, the most recent piece that I did was photography and sculpture.
So yeah, beautiful piece. We'll put a little picture right here. And what made you decide to collect those pictures and put it into a sculpture?
I was trying to figure out different ways of kind of showing like in a sense, like pity, like trying to show that there's nostalgia and a remembrance. Because I like to say that a lot of my pieces, there's like a loss, like a grief, or there's a funeral aspect to it. And
we're right in front of a funeral too.
yeah. And I don't know why, like photographs feel very funeral esque to me, because they're old and you don't know whether those people are still living, or
Yeah, we also like use them to put them in ofrenda.
Yeah.
So sometimes, yeah, it could be because of that.
Also, you mentioned about alcoholism. Can you
Yeah.
go more in depth into that?
I speak on it specifically on like my experiences and what I know from Mexican American households, but I know that it rings true for other cultures, and it's specifically in America too. I think that there is, how do I say this really toxic culture. I don't want to say it's normalized, but I definitely think it's tolerated more than maybe other countries, where drinking to the point of losing your senses is not socially acceptable. So I think it's interesting to see how that happened. You know what I mean? Like why is it that it's tolerated here? Why did the Prohibition Act didn't work? And it's still standing. You know what I mean? So it's just questions.
No, yeah, me myself, as being almost about to be sober for 2 years,
congrats.
sometimes I question too about, why was the need of not stopping drinking?
Yeah.
Also, you grew up with parents that always drank too,
Yeah.
but also drank to a point where they just didn't know where to stop.
Yeah.
Those were bad memories sometimes too, traumatic memories.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, why am I repeating the same trauma
Exactly.
that I lived through?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think about most of that too? Why you're thinking about the alcoholism?
Yes, for sure. The reason for why we drink, definitely, because before I think it was thought to be, I don't know how to explain it, like a peer pressure thing, like someone makes that decision themselves, or I don't know how to explain it, but now they're realizing that it's more for the social connection, the need to socialize with people, or genetics. Like there's more to it. It's like an actual disorder instead of like
and I think too,
bad
like
habit.
I've heard people say, oh, like, oh, I need a shot before I do this, or
Yeah.
I need to like drink before I do this. And I do get that aspect. The social aspect of it, it's like you take a shot and you kind of feel a little bit more open. That's also like a learning aspect for me specifically, because it's like I need to learn how to be more open, be more friendly without the use of alcohol. And I think a lot of people struggle with that, where they go to a party and they're like, oh, I need to drink ASAP, which is like, you do but you don't. Like it's not necessary.
Yeah, it's confusing. I don't know.
What is it that you're planning on doing this year? What are some projects that you have in mind
For the next semester that's coming up, should be my last one, so I should be graduating soon. I know, so exciting. Thank you. And then now that I won't be a student anymore, I'll be able to apply to like grants and residencies, apply for studios. So that would be basically like my next project, trying to find a studio that's specifically for sculptors. I think that's where I want to experiment that the most, or even photography. Those two are the ones that I'm on like the lookout for.
We've also been at our galleries. I still remember that piece with the gate and then the flowers coming out of it. It just looks so pretty, and it like photographed really well, like with everybody dancing behind. Like that was just like such a pretty picture. What gave you the idea to do that as well?
I really like gates, and I think it's because there was this piece that I saw from an artist, and they're a DJ too, and they were talking about the exclusivity of gardens, specifically in Jackson Heights, because it's very like community oriented, yet the gardens are not accessible to the public. And I think it's interesting that these borders basically are romanticized or like beautified to kind of like convince you that borders are okay. And so for me, the piece was to kind of like show that culture and community will surpass those borders. That's why the flowers were in front of the gate and not behind it. And I want to keep working on it. I think for physics wise, as a sculptor, it's really hard to do a gate because it's so delicate and so pretty.
Yeah, I remember you said that it were breaking apart when you were trying to do it in
Yeah.
the beginning, and then you had to like do it again.
Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically why.
Yeah, not only also that, I remember the gate, but also the painting.
Yeah.
It was the tear.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, I just kept staring at it. I was like,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
What brought that one into doing that?
The professor basically assigned us an assignment. It was like create a world that's yours. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna put in this world, right? I'm like, what does my world look like? I don't know. And then eventually I was just like, you know what, let me just pick random things that I see throughout the day and let me see what it is that I gravitate towards. So I just like, I take pictures. And so I just look through my camera roll and I look and I look and I'm like, oh wow, it looks like I take a lot of pictures of this, or I seem to really like this. And then make a group. Be like, okay, I really like gates, or I really like lights, or I don't know, I really like the Madonna. And I'll look for the perfect picture essentially to make a composition, and that's how I decide what I put.
So you mentioned also, you were talking about you taking pictures. How long have you been doing photography? And also, like, what aspect do you think about, like, when going into photography and the pictures that you take and the pictures that you display too? Because you were also part of our recuerdos.
Yeah. I think for photographs, it changes a lot. I think there's different kinds of photographs I take. Some of them are for like the references, but when I take a photo as like a fine print, essentially like a print to share, I try to show all those same feelings that I do in my paintings, where it's like the feeling of loss, of looking for something, but there's also beauty in it. It just kind of like disorients you just a little bit. I think that's what I.
Yeah, we'll put the images here, but they're like black and white. First of all, that already like brings a different mood to it. And then for some of them, I would say they're not as clear.
Yeah.
Where it's like a little like movement, or like you see somebody like walking a little bit.
Yeah.
So I find that like where it's like, again, like it brings back the sense of this like disorientation of kind of loss. And obviously you have the black backgrounds in certain pictures, and it just creates that like that loss where it's like there's dark space.
Yeah. Where you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what's behind that.
So when did you start taking photography?
Oh yeah.
When was it? You like many titles. Like
I would say 2020, 2021. There was a darkroom photography class I took during the pandemic.
Everything started 2020, 2021.
I know.
Yo, that's crazy.
I know, yeah. Because of the pandemic, I had nothing to do. So I was just like, okay, let me just sign up for school. Why not? Let me start painting. Why not? And that's when everything started. Yeah.
Wow.
You think during that time, that's when everyone started finding like their talents and what they like, they really like wanted to do?
Yeah.
There was a huge shift.
Yeah.
In the universe.
Between everyone.
For sure.
So also, when you're entering, like, you're painting, you're sculpting, you're taking pictures, do you have like a different, like, energy shift, persona, a mindset that you change when doing each one?
She becomes Lágrimas.
I think my mood that I put in my paintings is the same one that I carry every day. Yeah. Yeah.
I have different moods.
Okay. Different personalities.
Disorder.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you?
No,
Dissect
no,
you.
you can make that into art too. The different personalities.
Yeah, I think I have many different personalities.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's one.
Oh, that makes sense. Where's the other one?
The girl?
Yeah.
I don't bring her out. She just stays.
Oh, damn.
She's
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel kind of sexist.
No, for some reason, no, nah. For some reason, everyone loves the guy more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, come on. No one says, "Oh, give me Maria." Everyone says, "Where's con tiempito?" I'm like, all right, sure.
That's crazy. This patriarchy.
You can bring Maria for Maria.
Yeah,
Maria
for
for Maria.
real.
And I was thinking to bring Maria today, but I'm like, no one's gonna want Maria. Everyone's gonna likes this dude.
I need my tocaya here,
Yeah. We'll put her picture here.
Yeah.
But him, I always use him as comfort, and everyone seems to like him for
I
comfort.
think
You
it's
know,
more for your comfort.
I always love him for my comfort. But you
Yeah.
know, some people feel overwhelmed. They're like, "Can I grab it?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, go for it."
Oh, cool.
You know,
He is very comfortable.
you see,
Yeah.
See?
Like the hand.
Yeah.
I think 2020 was definitely a shift, and then
Mhm.
you went back into your creative side, and towards all of this, I know you're kind of mentioned you have like a rocky relationship with your parents or your family. What did they think of when you told them, "Hey, I'm actually going to go into art school or going to sculpting and photography"?
So my family, okay, so wow. Okay, so let me give
Oh.
it
Tears.
Oh,
no. So basically, like in elementary school, I was like sub honors, right? Middle
Okay.
school, sub honors. High school, I went to a relatively competitive high school, and I was like in that honors kind of area. So basically, like for all of my academic experience, or what is it? I don't know,
academic life.
academic life or something. I've done really, really well, and I explored everything. Like, I was part of a string orchestra. I was part of a writing program. I was part of a book club. I was part of a medical program.
What?
And
Damn.
I got.
What school was this? Like,
What instrument? Hold on, like
Yeah. So I was.
No, he really wants to
I really
know
wanna know
what
the
instrument.
The instrument, yeah, okay. I would play the viola.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was about to go to school for that, and then I missed the audition date by like a day. Yeah, so I didn't get to do that. So I was like, okay, I need to fill one more school, and I wanted to stay in Queens. And some random person was like, no, put this school. This school is good. And I was like, okay. I'm like, why not? Like, I'm not gonna choose that school. And I got into that school, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll just do it. And it was a medical school, so I graduated as a certified medical assistant.
What?
Yeah. And so then after, all of that, I was just like, you know what, I think I'm burnt out. I need to take a break. So I didn't go to school. So I graduated high school 2018, didn't go back into college until 2020, 2021 because of the pandemic. If not, I wouldn't have gone back. And then yeah, so my family was just like never, there was just so many awards given to me back to back that I was just like, don't even bother to come, like it's fine. So when I decided to do art, my family was like, okay, like
you thrive in everything.
Yeah, so we're like, yeah, just do whatever you want.
Are you like the oldest one?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
makes sense.
I know.
How many siblings do you have?
I'm the oldest of 4.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
It makes sense because like they put it's I feel like for the firstborn there's so much pressure on you.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you are also a woman, so you
Exactly.
you're meant to like take care of everybody else. Yeah. Like it's definitely a lot.
that is a lot.
How
Still trying to like recover.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I will say though is that there was a lot of expectations of like what I should be doing in the house.
Oh.
So what I would do was kind of like try and set it up so that they don't rely on me. So like that's why I would go out to do my homework outside, or I would go to programs and I would sign up for this.
School programs.
Yeah, because I didn't want them.
You didn't want to be home.
I didn't want to be home, yeah, because I didn't want them to think that I will always be there for them. I'm like, you can't like pin me down. Yeah. Like I'm gonna go do what I need to do.
And how old were you when you like started to like, you know what, I'm not going home, like, because if I go home, they're gonna make me do stuff.
Like middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just go out and about, just walking.
Wow. Love that.
Yeah.
Have they ever gone to any of your events or your galleries?
Yes. Yeah, they have. There's a few. They helped me set up and stuff. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
At least now, like, they. Would you say they're more supportive now than they were in the beginning? Or it's more or less the same?
I think it's the same. My mom wants me to host an event. She's like, I'll give you the money, just do it. I'm like, no, Mom, it's okay. Like,
there's grants, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very beautiful though too. You have your family support. What does your siblings think about you also? You were part of these galleries, you're doing art, all of that.
Yeah. I don't think they really know. Like I
What?
don't. Yeah, like my brothers aren't really on social media.
Probably like that.
So I don't know. They're indifferent about it.
They chilling, you know. It's
Yeah.
cool.
They're like, "Where are you going now?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this." Oh, okay.
No, yeah, and it's like that, you know. Sometimes, because I'm the same with my siblings. You
Yeah.
know, we're all in our own worlds. I'm not really
Yeah.
that close to my siblings too, even though
Yeah.
you know, we live together. But it's because it's sometimes it's weird because you know I see other siblings that they're always together. They're always going
Yeah.
somewhere, or they're always going together to an event. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't really do that with my brother and sister.
Yeah.
Unless like you know, like if they want to, yeah. But
Yeah,
you'll never
yeah.
really see me.
Yeah,
like,
it's like once in a blue moon, like they'll come,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like and be like, okay, let me see what this is about, you know, when they're in their mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna enter to another. It's called spooky story time or paranormal activity.
Okay.
So, do you have a spooky scary story?
Not really, but
You never see a ghost in a picture?
no. Well, I was like, what do you call it? Like terrified when I was younger because of Chucky.
Oh,
Yeah. Yo, there were so many.
Bro.
There's so many legends, and I was in Mexico when I was 10, and I swear, like there was so much over there. There's so dark.
Yeah.
So I thought I was seeing stuff like every night in every corner. I was scared. Like
you were seeing shadows.
yeah, I would see the toro, you know, like the I don't know what it's called. I don't know what he's
The devil.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, honestly.